Toho's kaiju films are mostly centered around their big five, who are Godzilla, Rodan, Mothra, King Ghidorah, and Mechagodzilla. Hey everyone, the Dark Knaik is here. Two Japanese half-siblings, Kate and Kentaro, search for their missing father, Hiroshi, who was working for Monarch. Monarch is a covert organization that was built in the 1940s to monitor and study kaijus called titans. Kaiju is a Japanese word for a giant monster. It was Monarch who discovered Gojira, the original name of the globally popular monster, Godzilla. The reason for highlighting these Japanese references is to acknowledge Japanese legacy that was built by the entertainment company Toho for their science fiction films that introduced several kaijus that later established a universal fan base. Toho's kaiju films are mostly centered around their big five, who are Godzilla, Rodan, Mothra, King Ghidorah, and Mechagodzilla. In all honesty, the human arcs have been dragged in the Monsterverse. A lot of time has been spent to value the human assistance in relation to these monsters. In the films based on creatures, the human connection looks bizarre because eventually the humans, with all the given signs, do not stand any chance to survive the wrath of these monsters. So what's the point of shooting their scenes and introducing so many humans? The reason why I'm stating all this to you is to explain why this Apple TV Plus series is important for those who are fond of watching these monsters in action. Because Monarch, the legacy of monsters, is the only acceptable human angle in the world of Monsterverse. This show completes the Monsterverse, the continuity of this cinematic universe that was questionable at some point between the 4 released Monsterverse films will be cleared in this 10-episode series. The discoveries and developments that resulted in bombing Godzilla in Bikini Atoll are all in this show. Monarch is run in 2 different timelines. The old age reflects on the trinity of scientists, Kiko and Bill, and an army officer, Lee, representing Monarch, making groundbreaking efforts in their research. Whereas the half-siblings and a hacking friend, May, in the new age, tries to uncover the mysteries of the secret organization. In the middle of the series, I was irritated at the screenplay losing its direction and the core purpose of the show. Because in both timelines, the writers began to emphasize on their loved angles. The old age trinity became a love triangle and much time was spent on Kiko's relation with Bill and Lee. On the other hand, Kentaro and May already had a relation, whereas Kate turned out to be a lesbian who cheated on her girlfriend. I understand that growing and developing the characters in the television series is a must, but all this character work had zero value because their love stories contribute nothing to the main plot. So for quite some time, Monarch became some teenage crybaby drama, and their romantic arcs ruined the show. During all this, Monarch missed the chance for not offering much deserving action sequences between the monsters. One factor that I really liked about the show was Kurt Russell and Wyatt Russell playing the old and young versions of Officer Lee Shaw. For dramatizing in different timelines, the involvement of the real father and son serves the purpose. I have no knowledge if the Monarch has won the audience and critics, but if the show has survived, that's definitely because of them. Their lively presence, particularly Kurt's, is the reason why the continuity in the new age becomes very interesting. Surely everyone were confused like me over Kurt's character being a 90-year-old because obviously he looks too young for a nonagenarian. At first, I thought the makers compromised and ignored the personification of a man in an advanced age for the sake of hyping the involvement of the Russells. But it was a relief that it was part of the story. I'm impressed with Wyatt's execution of the character. I feel sorry for him for all the backlash he had for being Captain America. Why the hatred? If you want to hate the character, not the actor. Because if you observe, Wyatt Russell is a fine actor. Easily, season finale was my favorite and the savior of the show's efficacy. All the reunions were well performed. That reunion scene was fabulous. It really built the feeling. And the way the show has ended, it has built curiosity. What's next? Monarch, the Legacy of Monsters, is a very important development between all the four films and cannot be ignored. I'm Sunny Naik.